What if the man celebrated worldwide as a beacon of peace and forgiveness was once branded a terrorist by superpowers, plotting armed revolution against an unyielding regime? This paradox lies at the heart of Nelson Mandela's extraordinary journey, a tale that transforms a rural boy into a global icon, challenging us to question the thin line between rebellion and righteousness. In this narrative, we'll unravel Mandela's rise from humble beginnings to revolutionary leader, his unyielding fight against apartheid, and the enduring legacy that continues to inspire billions. Structured as a chronological odyssey with pivotal turning points, this story draws on historical facts, poignant quotes, and revealing statistics to paint a vivid, sensational portrait of resilience and redemption. We'll explore his early awakening, Section 1, the escalations of defiance, Section 2, the depths of imprisonment, Section 3, triumphant emergence, Section 4, presidential transformation, Section 5, and global afterlife, Section 6, revealing paradoxes that spark curiosity. How did a prisoner become president? And why does his story still provoke debate today? The roots of a rebel, Mandela's early life and awakening. Born on July 18, 1918, in the tiny village of Mvezo in South Africa's Eastern Cape, Rolihlahla Mandela, meaning troublemaker in Xhosa, seemed destined for controversy from the start. As the son of a Thembu chief's advisor, young Mandela grew up herding cattle and listening to elders recount tales of African resistance against colonial invaders. But fate intervened early. At age 9, after his father's death, he was adopted by the Thembu region, gaining access to missionary schools where he excelled. Renamed Nelson by a teacher of colonial imposition that foreshadowed the cultural erasure he would later combat, he pursued higher education at the University of Fort Hare, the only institution open to black South Africans at the time. Yet, even here, injustice simmered. Expelled for protesting poor food quality, Mandela fled to Johannesburg in 1941, a bustling city of gold mines and stark racial divides. There, amid the squalor of townships where black workers were crammed into shanties without rights, his eyes opened to apartheid's brutality. Statistics paint a grim picture. By the 1940s, apartheid laws disenfranchised 80% of the population, confining black South Africans to just 13% of the land while whites controlled the economy. Mandela, working as a law clerk, joined the African National Congress, ANC, in 1944, co-founding its youth league with firebrands like Walter Sisulu and Oliver Tambo. As Mandela later reflected, "I had no epiphany, no singular revelation, but a steady accumulation of 1,000 slights, 1,000 indignities." This awakening set the stage for his rise. But here is the suspense. Would this educated troublemaker choose peaceful advocacy or something more explosive? Defiance ignites the shift to active resistance. The 1950s marked Mandela's escalation from activist to revolutionary, a period rife with paradoxical choices that heightened the drama. As apartheid tightened banning interracial marriage, enforcing past laws that controlled black movement, and segregating everything from beaches to buses, Mandela organized the 1952 Defiance Campaign. Over 8,500 volunteers, including Indians and whites, court arrest by defying curfews, forged in chains the prison years that built a legend. Mandela's 27 years behind bars, from 1964 to 1990, formed the suspenseful core of his story, a brutal test that paradoxically strengthened his resolve and global stature. On Robben Island, a windswept Alcatraz off Cape Town, he endured hard labor in lime quarries, breaking rocks under the sun, with meager rations and isolation from family. Statistics underscore the horror. Political prisoners like Mandela were classified as D group, the lowest, denied hot water, newspapers, or studies initially. Yet Mandela transformed the prison into a university, teaching inmates history and politics, earning a law degree via correspondence. Prominent figures lauded his endurance. Archbishop Desmond Tutu, a fellow Nobel laureate, said, "Mandela emerged from prison not bitter, but ready to forgive a miracle." Global campaigns swelled. The Free Mandela movement saw 1980s concerts attended by millions. And surveys showed 70% of Americans supporting sanctions against South Africa by 1986. The paradox? Incarceration amplified his voice. As economic boycotts crippled apartheid, costing $1 billion annually, President F.W. de Klerk initiated secret talks. Mandela's release on February 11, 1990, watched by 500 million worldwide, marked the turning point. But suspense lingered. Could a 71-year-old ex-prisoner prevent civil war? From chains to change negotiations and triumph. Released into a powder keg, Mandela navigated treacherous negotiations, averting violence amid township clashes that killed thousands. His charisma shone. In 1993, he shared the Nobel Peace Prize with de Klerk, symbolizing reconciliation. The 1994 elections, South Africa's first democratic vote, saw 19 million participate, 62% turnout, with Mandela's ANC winning 62% of seats. Inaugurated as president at 75, he proclaimed, "Never, never and never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another." This rise from prisoner to president was sensational, but the real surprise? His focus on unity over revenge. A presidency of healing, building the Rainbow Nation. Mandela's single term, 1994 to 1999, was a masterclass in paradoxical leadership, forgiving oppressors while addressing inequalities. He established the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, chaired by Tutu, where victims and perpetrators confronted atrocities, over 20,000 statements, granting amnesty to 849 for truth-telling. Economically, his Reconstruction and Development program built 1.5 million homes and electrified 2.5 million households, lifting millions from poverty. Globally, he mediated conflicts in Burundi and Lockerbie. Earning praise from Bill Clinton, Mandela showed us the power of forgiveness. Eternal echoes. Mandela's global legacy. Post-presidency, Mandela's Nelson Mandela Foundation tackled HIV South Africa, had 5 million cases by 2000 in education, building schools for underserved children. Mandela Day, established by the UN in 2009, sees millions volunteer 67 minutes annually, honoring his 67 years of service. His family carries the torch. Grandson Mandla Mandela recently joined pro-Palestine efforts, invoking Mandela's words, "Our freedom is incomplete without the freedom of the Palestinians." Surveys reflect his impact. A 2018 Pew poll found 70% of global respondents viewing him as a positive force. Yet debates persist. Some label his early militancy as terrorism. Others critique his reconciliation as insufficient justice. Dying on December 5, 2013, at 95, Mandela's funeral drew 100 world leaders, a testament to his reach. In reflecting on Mandela's odyssey, from troublemaker to transformer, what does his paradoxical path reveal about our own? Capacity for change in a divided world?